Fighting Irish preview. I'm Phil Houck, final from the Fiesta Bowl. Oklahoma State comes from behind 21 points, an all-time school record for them for a come behind victory to defeat the Irish 37-35 on a day that was really a tale of two halves and two different kinds of offenses. These teams combined for 1,156 total yards today. Nobody thought that was going to happen. Everybody said this was going to be a defensive struggle coming in. Two of the best defenses in the nation. But both quarterbacks had big days, but kind of in different ways, and that kind of sealed Notre Dame's fate ultimately today. The Irish dominated the first half, had a 21-7 lead with a minute and 56 seconds, somewhere in that neighborhood, left in the first half. But then right before the half, Oklahoma State was able to answer that and get it to within 28-14, and then they had the ball coming out of the locker room in the second half, and their tempo offense just got rolling. And when I say tempo, they ran that tempo offense in a lightning fast fashion, and they were able to score also coming out of the locker room in the second half. They go to 28-21 early in the second half, and game was on at that point. The Irish passing offense today was unbelievably good. The rushing offense was not. Jack Cohn set Fiesta Bowl records today with 68 pass attempts, 508 yards passing, but the Irish could only manage 42 yards on 21 carries, so no balance there. And when finally in the second half, when Oklahoma State was able to kind of control the Irish passing offense, Notre Dame simply could not run the football. Oklahoma State, led by their quarterback Spencer Sanders, went on that second half tear, scored 30 unanswered points on the Irish, and Sanders employed a much more balanced offense than the Irish were able to come up with. 371 yards passing, 234 yards rushing, and what made Sanders so good here today was that he did damage by running quarterback draws. He ran the football 17 times for 125 yards. And post-game, one thing that Marcus Freeman pointed out that the Irish were just not able to effectively deal with. They expected him to run the ball, but his execution was so good, and they never did get a good handle on that quarterback draw. And when you don't have an answer for something, the team's going to capitalize it, and they did. But Marcus Freeman was resolute that the Irish are going to move forward and that they have a bright future. And if Marcus Freeman is anything, he is optimistic, and he's a communicator, and he's the kind of guy that you believe when he says that the Irish are going to figure this out and they will have a future. They finished a great season, 11-2. They lose by 2 points today, but it was a close game. At least you got that going for you, but that doesn't help you to feel much better. I know that. And that future that Marcus Freeman talked about will kick off September 3rd, 2022 at Ohio State. Be here before you know it. But a tough loss today for the Irish, 37-35 to Oklahoma State. Happy New Year's, everyone, from FightingIrishPreview.com, and thank you for your support. I'm Phil Houck, and that's a wrap.